Okay, colleagues. It's 8:05. So hold on to your hats. We got one more. Councilmember Harrison, you are up.
Thank you very much. Leslie, I had a couple of questions. And what I don't understand about this is the health and safety code says that you have to have hot and cold running water to plumbing fixtures in a dwelling unit. It says you must have hot and cold running water in all fixtures. Okay.
The sink that meets the building code for these units is the sink that does have running hot and cold water.
In the kitchenette, where kitchen activities take place. So this assumes that no one ever has anyone spend the night, because now I'm going into the kitchen to do things I would normally do in a bathroom. Say I find that somewhat restrictive. I won't go into the graphic details of that, but I'm very concerned about this definition. Why not put a small little tiny, like I have in my Victorian, tiny sink that has hot water? What's the problem?
I'll tell you this, if code will allow us to put a small sink, a little corner sink you're thinking about.
I would really appreciate you doing that. I can just think of so many scenarios, which I won't graphically go into right now. This is a deal breaker for me personally. You're forcing me to be graphic. You don't have sex in your office. Sorry. There's something about this that really, you're still forcing someone to go outside when they might have someone else present to clean up. And I just don't think that's okay.
Really quickly, I just have, I'm learning a lot tonight about hot water that is available outside of showers. Seeing as there are no other hands raised, I would like now to go to public comment. So if Ben, you are up.
Great, thank you. Good evening, council members. I'm speaking tonight as a member of Berkeley Neighbors for Housing and Climate Action. I also want to add that hearing some of the comments about sinks and sanitation and so forth, as a Democrat, I'm not usually a fan of attempting to regulate what people do with their bodies inside their own homes when it doesn't affect anybody else, and that applies here as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And I might add a couple of minutes on there. So Councilmember Harrison, you are up.
I'm sorry. Let's say I have a man over. You want me to go into the kitchen and wash my hands after going to the bathroom. That person could be cooking. I don't know. How low are we going to go? I love this small unit. We have gone crazy in America for size and suburbanization. We did all these things in the 50s that made zero sense. And you're all smiling at me because you're all going to vote yes, no matter what, because it only matters what the developer tells you. But we went crazy in the 50s in America. We built suburban houses. We took up too much land. We did the wrong thing environmentally. That does not mean that we have to go back to 1900. Ben Gould, when you say it affects only their body, it does not only affect their body. They are then going to go to a communal kitchen without having adequately washed their hands. If we take that stance, we're saying people don't have to wear masks, because after all, it only affects them. They don't have to get vaccinated, because after all, it only affects them. That's not what public health is about. I am so frankly outraged by this discussion and the idea that we cannot make a small change that would guarantee public health. You should all be ashamed of yourself. I am disgusted by this. We need this smaller housing. For many years, way into my 30s, lived in group housing. I like this model. I don't have a problem with this because of the model. I have a problem with this because I think it's unsanitary. And I don't think comparing it to public restrooms is relevant. I don't have sex in public restrooms, and I don't cook in public restrooms. This is a disgrace. I have never been as angry as I am at this moment on this council. Fine, take whatever they give you. Put 80,000 people in this one building with no space. We do not just have to accept what's given to us. I think it's really abrogating your own personal responsibility. I have no problem with the density that we have here. I'm not concerned about the parking. Where do you think these diseases come from? You are asking people to live for up to a year in a place where they cannot wash their hands after taking a dump. They're going to then touch the door handle and go to the kitchen. Think about your own home. I am outraged that this adjustment cannot be made. You did that. All of you did that.
Okay, Councilmember Harrison, we get the point. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I am outraged by this body.
Okay. Thank you very much for your comments.